This is the most mature audiences only shit you've ever heard. Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. 'Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, I'm gonna give it to you.
This is the Joe Cronin Show. Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
What's going on, everybody? Jake DeMarco returns. Everybody's been asking for Jakey Poo, and here he is. If you guys are watching on the second stream, I'm going to end that stream. It was a mistake. And we will be live here on one stream. So that stream is going to end. So jump over to this one. The one with 100-something people is the right one. So that stream is ending, and I'll probably private that video. Sorry that we're late. I had to deal with all this drama. Obviously, I was ready to go into full attack mode on the person who apparently took my Twitter out and then was taking credit for it. And with all the harassment and stuff that I deal with, I have a large log of stuff with a lawyer, to be honest, a guy who works for not a lot of money and thankfully takes care of me. We've had to pursue some things in the past, and it worked out both times, and this is the same lawyer. So I was ready to go after it this time again. The person says that I called her the C word, and that was that I reported something on Twitter, and that I said something to her on Twitter, but then she sent me screenshots of JB. So it sounds like to me that she thinks that I'm JB, and even on the show, it was from Monetize This months ago. Scott Frame was accused of some kind of sexual behavior, and JB actually brought it to my attention on the show. Then JB brought Scott on the show, Scott Frame, and we questioned him and grilled him, quite frankly. We grilled the shit out of him, and quite honestly, he didn't look very good. But at some point, I became frustrated by this whole thing, and I was like, I don't care about this anymore. This fucking bitch, this cunt, this girl, or you, or whoever, I don't care anymore. And apparently she took that C word as me attacking her, and that's the reason why I guess she was just maybe reporting Twitter. I don't know, constantly. I don't know why people do stuff like this, and then they say that I didn't know that this was your job. I didn't know that I did that. Here's the tweets, and then they send me tweets of JB attacking her, and I'm like, that's not me. That's JB. That's not even me. So, whatever. And it's funny because that night I said that I was going to get burnt for this. I'm like, somehow these girls are going to now attack me, even though I didn't do anything. I just literally said, okay, calling up, go for it, okay. So, I am harassed. I am taken down on Twitter, and all because we grilled Scott Frame for 1 hour. If you go back and listen to the Scott Frame thing, we grilled him for about an hour. And anyway, I spoke to this woman who did the flagging and claimed responsibility, which is weird because at first I thought maybe she wouldn't claim responsibility, but she actually did claim responsibility, so we didn't even need to subpoena Twitter or anything like that. But I just basically said, listen, you were hurt that I called you something, but I didn't mean it because I didn't know who you are. I don't know who this girl is. You know what I mean? I called her a cunt because I didn't know who she was. And Scott Frame was like, oh, this and that. And I'm like, oh, my God, I don't care about these bitches, these cunts. Like, fuck them. Like, fuck this, whoever this is. Like, fuck all this. Like, let's just get out of here, man. And so she takes that as, I guess, an attack of some kind. I don't know. So I understand, but I don't think the mental capacity is there because I don't think it warrants taking away all my WWE and AEW contacts and all the people that I was in DMs with. And I had projects in the works, stuff that I'd worked on for months. However, I had also tweeted out recently about Gronkowski. Hope he gets his legs chopped off and all these things. So it really could have been just about anything that got me taken down there. So I'm going to walk away from this. I can understand that she was upset. I told her that I don't think it warranted doing this to me when you could have just came to me privately and said, hey, you said some stuff that I don't appreciate in the past and blah, 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 blah. And you know what? I would have said, listen, I don't even know you. Why would you get offended by me saying something? I don't even know who you are. I don't know you. And if anything, I helped because we grilled Scott Frame. So anyway, that's what I've been doing off the air. So I'm sorry that I haven't been live and that it took a while to get on the air, especially when we have Jake back. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Get the cheers going. And now we can move on to a real show and stop the drama. But, yeah, my Twitter's banned all because of a joke.
You called her the C word.
I called her the C. I called someone. I didn't even know
How
the
dare
C
you
word.
call a female cool? Oh, I said
know.
it. Now I'm going to get canceled, too. Damn it.
You're
you're not allowed to compliment anybody, you simp.
I basically...
Another Twitter does.
I don't know.
If
what
I had a trumpet, I'd play taps. How many Twitters we got down now? This is ridiculous. People trying to silence everybody.
Well, it's
just
somebody,
infuriating, and especially with the whole mix-up, thinking you're Justin. I
well,
mean,
that's the thing.
That's the biggest insult.
Half the stuff she said to me, I'm like, that's not me. That's Bailey. Like, so you've gotten me completely wrong. But yeah, it's ridiculous to get that angry at me for I don't even know you. You know what I mean? But she took it personally. I get it. But, to hurt my livelihood over nothing, really. It really wasn't a fucking big deal at all.
Yeah, really. I mean, considering what's been said before and done, you got away pretty unscathed on her end.
Yeah. So
there was no audience interaction and a few tweets responding directly that weren't even from you. And it's months ago, too. Why now? I never understood
why does
that.
it come up now? I have no idea why. I have no idea why it would come up now.
Seems like people of that ilk, that mindset, they hold on to everything. They stash away their nuts for winter and, feast on old drama when they don't have current stuff to go off on. They just always have to be offended. So.
Oh, I called them cows and made fun of them. Maybe I did. I guess I could have done that. You're right. So.
Oh no.
Well, I mean,
it doesn't.
They don't understand the humor. I mean, we make fun of everybody on the show, and they don't know. They tuned in for the first time. After people probably told them, hey, they're talking about your situation. And then these girls tuned into the show, and there I am, like normal, making comedy, trying to be funny. And I'm calling people cows and the C word and all these other things. And so they probably took offense. They got pissed off and they took offense. And, I even said this to JB on that show. I said, dude, we're going to end up taking fucking heat over this because these people sound like they're very sensitive. You know what I mean? Sounds like these people are super sensitive, and now we're involved, and I'm making fun of the whole thing. So, but I kind of said to Bailey, I was like, oh, man, dude, I wish we didn't bring this on my show, And here we go.
Lo and behold.
But we got, but I got a new Twitter. So if everybody would do me a favor and give me a follow over there. But make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all those other places where it's not as bad. The Twitter is JCS Commentary, and I hope you guys can be over there. So anyway, I apologized to this girl in a DM, and I tried to explain to her that, I think you really hurt me a lot more than you understand, like that you hurt yourself, that you were hurt. I just said some stupid words about somebody I didn't know. You took down months and months and years of work on my Twitter, and connections I had and people I was speaking to. So this was quite an inconvenience for me. So if you enjoyed hurting me, then I hope you're happy. But you could have just messaged me. And then she's like, "Well, you could have just messaged me too." And I'm like, "Well, what the hell does that mean?" So
You're supposed to know that she was offended.
I don't think we're dealing with I don't think we have the mental capacity here for normal conversation. I don't think people understand the implications. Certainly, we could have dove into this some more and really made a big stink out of this. But I basically decided to just take the loss and say, you know what? You win. You hurt me a lot. You ruined a lot of stuff I was doing. If that makes you happy, I guess cool. Because I said some words on a comedy show.
Way to cunt it up.
What are you gonna do?
Oh wait, that's not helpful. Sorry. I'm trying to get used to this. It's been a while.
How much have you been paying attention to stuff with all that's been going on?
You want the JCS answer, or you want the truth? The truth?
Yeah.
Goddamn bit of wrestling. I've watched the reviews just to keep up with the community and hear what's going on, but I've had no heart or desire to tune into wrestling. Finally, last night I watched AEW, hoping that today would go a little bit easier and I'd be able to come on for a little while and hang out and see everybody again because I've missed everybody like crazy. And I go from there. And I liked AEW. It wasn't great, but it was at least entertaining. So solid like 6.5 out of 10 show. Besides that, the storylines on Raw, everything revolving around Drew, not a bad choice. SmackDown's a mess, but that's always going to be. But I haven't been faithfully following for about the last 2.5 weeks, so pretty much around after WrestleMania.
Damn. Well, you're lucky. No, but
I took a mental break when my body needed it, so wrestling was going to put me over the edge.
I honestly really liked the Darby Allin stuff the other day, that opening. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
but
him and Sammy put on a hell of a match.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. Like
the ladder spot, of course, being the high moment of the match.
Obviously, I've had a little bit of a flood in my basement here. I really hate 2020, Jake. I've got my Twitter suspended. My Twitter suspended because I once called someone who I didn't know or anything a C word and a cow.
You awful person.
Justin Bailey left the show. and I'm blaming him for that whole thing.
Especially she thinks that that was him,
that she thinks that all of it was me. COVID-19's happened, so we're all in the houses. You're fucking in surgery and shit, and just miserable.
The infinite quarantine.
What else has happened?
Wildfires and
dude,
almost World War III.
We're gonna see
destroyed.
You're going to see probably one of the worst years for hurricanes and tornadoes. I said this 4 weeks ago. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, Texas has been hammered by really gigantic, windstorms and hail, and then of course tornadoes on top of it. So it's been awful.
This has just been a goddamn awful year. I mean, we're not coming up in the search results. We're shadow banned.
At least pollution's down. I guess that's a plus.
We're not even. That's it. You can search. I'm searching out of nowhere. It don't even come up right now. I
noticed. I was just trying to go from one stream to the other, and it didn't want to cooperate.
It's just a mess. It's typical.
Google, the overlords themselves.
We've lost the most patrons ever because of coronavirus, I think. By the way, I put up a 1-hour note to self the other day, which was really supposed to be funny and dark. Like, I don't know if someone picked up on the humor, but I'm so, depressed and self-loathing. And then I'm like, I wish that this guy would go into a vat of acid and then he'd eat his... Like, I said so much crazy shit that was supposed to be funny, so hopefully people understand. Please listen to Note to Self on Patreon. It's 1 hour long, and I think it's... You have to wait for some of the comedy moments, but they're so dark that some people get them, but some people miss them, I think. But they're supposed to be hilarious if you pick up on them. So hopefully you do. If you don't, you don't. But Note to Self is up. Clips from Tommy and some other stuff as well. And there'll be a whole bunch of other stuff. But obviously we're shadow banned. We used to roll with 900 viewers on Out of Nowhere. Raw reviews, we do 1,300 viewers. Now I've been doing 600, 700, 800 or less. 500 one night. This is shocking. So it's really, sucked up some of the life. But, we are climbing up Patreon, 340 again. So I hope you guys can become patrons, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And follow me on my new account, JCS Commentary. And, yeah, since I have to work on this room from the water damage, that's the other thing. That's the thing I left out.
The house.
So the house and the leak. I got to find the leak, I got to get rid of the mold, and I got to re-put the floor down and rebuild the wall. So all those things have to happen. And first I have to have the chimney people come in and figure out if they can figure it out. Then the guy's doing the heater in the other room, and he just didn't come today. So the heater's still sitting there waiting to be built the right way, and the guy keeps not coming. So just all this just shit, man. This year sucks ass. There's no sports.
What would you do if the repairman showed up to your house and it was Tommy? For some reason, you describing that situation, that's all I can think of is, Chris Farley, repairman, coming to your house. Just
I'd offer him I'd offer
make
him
everything 15 times worse.
I'd offer him a donut and then rob him.
That's not.
I would rob Tommy. I would just rob him. I would just take his money. He would probably have.
He's full of quarters.
Yeah, he's got $20 on him because he's always prepared to get a meal somewhere, and that usually is a $20 meal. Let me go to the donations real quick here and see what's up with you guys. The donation link is down below as always. Streamlabs and all that shit. It's down there below. We'll look to hear from you guys tonight. Jake is back. There's probably some things maybe people want to ask Jake from the last few weeks, and like he said, he hasn't watched everything, so he may not know everything. But he'll know some things. And
I got some news.
We have a new member.
We got a new member, baby. Everybody, give it up for AJ Adams in the chat. He just became a member. Thank you for that. And once again, yes, for everybody just coming in, I just basically forgave this girl. She forgave me. I forgave her, and we're gonna move on. That's what I'm gonna do, man. I
forgot about Kobe this year too, and that
Kobe, yeah,
awful accident with his daughter and all those, the families.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible too. I mean, dude, this whole year, dude, that seems like so far-fetched now, like far beyond like anything I'm worried about now. But that was the biggest thing was Kobe. Now it's like, holy shit, holy shit, oh my God.
We plan the spot all day.
It's the Junebug.
I want you to jam it in.
Good God Almighty!
It's in your bunghole. I want it jammed in my bunghole. It's in your bunghole.
jungle.
Joe, my support won't never die.
Good
Junebug
God.
is going to be a co-host.
Holy
Mark
shit.
my words, buddy. You the
Junebug.
man, my inspiration. Welcome back, Jake.
Yes, welcome back, Jake. Junebug with a fucking bomb. Holy hell, brother.
Hot damn. Thank you so much, Junebug. Co-host indeed. Gotta get your ass on here and talk.
That is the largest donation of the stream. Could end up being the largest one of the whole night, probably. Junebug, thank you for the bomb, man. Holy shit, dude.
That's how you started off.
Yeah, that's how you. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was a start. I didn't even see it because all these other donations are after it, so like I didn't even know that was coming in, man. That is a bomb from Junebug. But yeah, if you guys want to support the show, try super chatting or using Streamlabs. You guys all know the deal. But Jake is here. I'm here. Let's do this. And we are shadow banned on YouTube to go along. And that's the thing that sucked too, is a lot of people would say, Joe, the only reason why I knew you were alive is if you tweeted it out sometimes. Or if you Patreon messaged it out. But a lot of people, some people aren't patrons, so I mean, I'm telling you guys, you gotta make sure you jump on Patreon and other places. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, YouTube alerts are just non-existent. Such bullshit.
Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, the other thing is we will Junebug. I'm gonna have this new show that I'm gonna be doing, which is kind of like just me doing a podcast, but I'm gonna have guests on and co-hosts on and different people every time, and you know, but I'll have like a rotation of people. So I'll be like, hey man, what's up? What are you doing? I'm doing it right now. And if you're like, no, I'm at work or I can't do it, then I move to the next person on the list and that sort of thing. And I haven't figured out the exact format of the show yet, but I'm working on it.
That sounds good though.
Yeah, I mean, like Jake can be on it, you can be on, anybody can, and so hopefully I can figure that out, and we
Get
will,
a different take a bit longer with, you know, a different person daily with no limits.
Yeah, and we'll just go in on all this bullshit. Junebug, thanks, man. Let me go into another donation real quick. Thank you, Junebug, for $200 bomb, man. That is fucking crazy.
About to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Hi, Jake. Glad you're doing well.
It's
Love
Bolsey.
you, bro.
Bolsey says, hi, Jake. Hope you're doing well. Love you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude, we were all concerned because this is the longest you've been out with anything, really, to be honest. I don't
Yeah,
think you've
no,
ever...
I mean, and usually if I feel like shit, I still, you know, show up and dip out if I'm stomach sick. But yeah, this has been abysmal, absolutely awful. Long and short of it is that part of my brain malformation upset stuff. So it sucks. I've been so severely nauseous and extremely dizzy from that. And then the vomiting hurts the little portion of stomach I have left, and it just snowballs, and all the other symptoms that I'm dealing with the brain stuff make it, you know, much more exacerbated. So
I don't know if you saw it.
It's just the whole thing's crazy. I still have to talk to the neurosurgeon and see what their suggestion is, and it's a step-by-step thing. But
there was a guy on I think it was WrestleMania or the night after WrestleMania or something. He left a comment that was like, "Man, you need a new co-host. This guy Jake looks like he doesn't want to be there or whatever."
Yeah, like death warmed over.
And I think I replied to him. I was like, "Yeah, because he's like legit, like shouldn't be on the show right now. He's sick as shit." Like I was like,
it was WrestleMania. You can't miss WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was like, and he's like dying, man. Like he's fucking lucky he's here at all for this. So let's get into Vince McMahon. What do you think's going to happen to Vince? I mean, like,
Oliver Luck suing him initially. I mean,
I don't think Oliver's going to win. I think Oliver's bullshit. You know, I think I'd be more about investor tampering and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole nother issue as well. But with Luck, it's interesting because I mean he says right there it was a guaranteed no matter what, contract agreement.
Yeah.
He claims that it was guaranteed. The other side saying it wasn't, and since he was terminated, that doesn't apply to him, and a lot of back and forth. But yeah, like you mentioned about tampering as well, that's a lot of accusations being slung back and forth. Were investors misled, especially going with this quarterly call? They're saying that they had to let people go so immediately. I mean, the list of all the released names, I didn't get to discuss most of it with you, but, terrible that so many people lost their jobs and some, obviously that weren't being utilized on TV. But others, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, they were just on WrestleMania, or they've been in the company for 30 years, things like that. So it was really disheartening to see certain people get, kicked out on their ass. Especially the OC comes to mind. Drake Maverick's now back involved with NXT, which is interesting. I wonder if that was a ploy, but we'll get into that. But you figure, they said they had to release these people from their contracts to save money for the company, but yet the first quarter reports, they're up so high. They said that the revenues increased 60% to $219 million as compared to the quarter from the previous year.
Jesus.
So their operating income was $53.3 million compared to last year at this time losing negative $6.8 million.
Oh my God.
So they are up 60% in revenue overall just in the first quarter of this year. That's what they reported today. So then why did they have to let all these wrestlers go? They said that it was to save revenue.
Yeah, they could have done a whole million other things to save revenue. So I think they just really wanted to get rid of a lot of these people anyway.
I'm sure they did, but they wait and do it during a pandemic when there's no other place for them to go to earn any sort of income. They can't collect unemployment because, they're independent contractors and, there's a whole just slew of issues for them to deal with. And, now's when you drop people on their ass. If they're not selling T-shirts, they can't go to, signings. They can't do independent dates, nothing. So it's just an awful.
Well, but nobody can work right now anyway, really, right?
That's what I'm saying. So, they really have no chance. But at least if you're in WWE, even if you're not working, you're still getting paid if you have a downside.
No chance in hell you've got.
But they made, this statement saying that basically the people were let go to save finances, and lo and behold, that's not the case.
Yeah.
All these optics are so bad for the company.
Nobody's surprised, right? They've clearly lied about a million things. This is like some next level lying going on by Vince McMahon and by everybody. The Vince McMahon, the XFL, the relationship of WWE and the XFL, what they said to the investors, taking their stocks out, the way they use the money between WWE and XFL. The pandemic, obviously nobody could have seen this happening. But still this is all, I just feel like more lawsuits are coming for Vince. I'm hearing that there's some crazy shit that's going to go down. Now,
yeah,
Vince
people that were let go, even some people that they said might be furloughed might be suing as well. That's interesting to hear. So,
maybe because of the COVID stuff and the timing, and like you said, that's a possibility. But I just think, I think multiple lawsuits are coming for them.
Well, I wonder if there's a breach of contract in WWE's way somehow too that maybe they didn't consider, because a few of these people, they just signed a new 5-year contracts. So I know they have rights to terminate, but still, I wonder if that plays into it at all.
Yeah, Georgia's opening tomorrow, but that's because the governor there's a retard.
Terrible idea.
That governor in Georgia is an idiot. What's funny is all the people in Georgia have guns, but they're like they don't. Why don't they go? I don't know. I don't want to say it, but why don't? I thought gun owners are supposed to protect us against the government. Well, your government's about to kill you over there in Georgia.
It seems like it's such a vocal majority, but really only 30% of people want to reopen the country or go back to work. One of the recent studies showed, and it was surprising because the way it's presented on media, obviously, and even social media times, it seems like the whole country is ready to go back to work immediately. And you're like, how can people be so senseless? But really, that's not even a third, or almost roughly a third.
That Georgia governor is the guy who didn't even know about the disease transmits, until
from person to person.
What was it, 2 weeks ago he figured that out, or a week ago? That guy's an idiot.
I think 2 weeks, yeah.
Kemp, if you live in Georgia and Kemp is your governor, how does that state not just take down his whole thing? That guy is an idiot. He literally is a moron. But I don't think anybody cares until it comes for their area. Like I said, I bought stuff in January ready for this. But and more for the panic of the people. I'm not as worried about the virus. I'm worried about what the people are reacting. It's so crazy. But you should have you should know that, nobody cares until it comes to their city bad. Until your hospitals are getting kind of bad. Luckily in New York, they didn't fill up those beds. But they could. It could happen still. We don't know. So I'm just one of those people that's sitting back, doing what they say. I'm I'm staying in. I'm staying away from everybody, and I'm being careful, super cautious. But I'm also keeping my eyes open in case the government, thinks that they're gonna fuck with us. You know what I mean? Like I'm not some sheep. I'm keeping my goddamn eyes open. I don't necessarily. I do smell a bit of a rat in all this, but at the same time, I do believe in the science, and I'm listening to what they're saying, and I believe it. And I think it's very serious, but there's also a little bit of a snake in the grass, if you know what I mean here. So.
Oh yeah, because who it benefits, and obviously, so.
Yeah. And people, dude, the supermarket workers, I think really, I know this is going to sound super hippie of me, but they deserve hazard pay.
A lot of people do that don't receive it.
Yeah, everybody that's doing stuff right now that means something to what we're doing. Like
if you're considered essential, so then you're open, you should be getting hazard pay.
That's hazard pay because these other people are collecting
able
unemployment.
To go home, yeah.
And they're collecting double the unemployment. and the people actually in the grocery stores that are in it all day long, you know what I mean, basically doing exactly what everyone else is being told not to do, they're doing it. And nurses and doctors, yeah, but like they signed up and they know what's coming, like they know this stuff can happen. Grocery workers who are making fucking peanuts weren't thinking, oh, I'm going to have to be serving the entire country during a pandemic, and I'll be the only, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So,
that was an issue in a few places in Connecticut. Stanford is one of them where they had issues where grocery store workers were being infected more than doctors at first,
Yeah.
And the grocery workers often had better protective gear on than the doctors did, too. So it was kind of ironic in that regard, but...
Yeah, and this is just a fact. I mean, this isn't a left-wing, right-wing thing. This is we can all agree that the truck drivers, but especially the grocery store, people that work amongst people, people work security.
Yeah, dealing, with the public face-to-face. And
God, man, those people should be getting hazard pay. I mean, we're all going to get a bonus. Like, that's cool. But I would rather... those people get paid more money, like double the money right now. If they're, if you're making...
Yeah, the extra for unemployment hasn't started in Connecticut yet. I don't know if that's, nationwide or if it's just our state, but
yeah,
supposedly that's going through and is going to be retroactive up until a certain date as well. So that's a positive. People aren't going to want to go back to work, like you said, because they're getting paid extra. So
Paulie P says, do you find it weird that Tom Hanks over 60 is fine and didn't die? I mean, he's pretty healthy. And, I think it's only about 30% of people over 60 become critical. So
yeah, it doesn't mean like just because you get it, you're going to get an awful case of it, obviously, and just because you're a certain age. So that's why they've had young people pass away and old people survive.
Right.
Just
remember, like it's only 30% of people over 60 go critical. So. Tom Hanks had a 70% chance of a full recovery in a regular recovery. So, it's not that crazy. I mean, if you told me that 95% of people over 60 die, then I would have said, whoa, he's in the 5% that survive. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's not an anomaly here. He's not an outlier.
Now, it could be, I don't know. We'll go into, that's another show. We'll go back to wrestling and some of the other stuff going on. This is heavy for some people. And Jake is back, man. So I want the wrestling shake. Bring us some questions. Bring us some talk. I'm going to play a donation.
What else we got?
That's kind of the thing.
A little bit of the bubbly. That's it.
We're just shutting
Want
down.
some
You don't know
bubbly?
what's up.
Look at this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. Let's play one more here.
I attended quarterly meeting call for the first 30 minutes.
You enjoy it.
Vince tried to brag about being the only sports entity while dodging questions. Just happy my WWE stock is up. Joe. Killer Cross give me Sean O'Haire vibes with his promos.
Yeah, a little bit. I get what you're saying about that. I think that's a good comparison. I don't know how well Killer Cross is going to do in WWE. I think we all like him up to this point, but it could be a bust, man. It really
may
could
not translate well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the thing. Even today with investor calls and whatnot, Vince gave the reason that there's low Raw ratings right now.
Right.
They keep having the lowest, record viewed Monday Night Raw episode of all time. Each week they keep breaking that record. And Vince said, it takes a lot to get this new talent over. We no longer have Brock Lesnar, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's his direct quote. So because Brock's not there, fuck it all. that's your saving grace. Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar has been redone a million times. At this point, Jake, they've almost done the same thing with Brock Lesnar as they sort of did with Hogan. Like the whole,
Yeah.
you
Bring
know,
him back and
Hogan fights
parade
for
him
the
around.
title, and then he fights the bad guy, and then he comes and wins in the end. WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even 9, they did it again, and that was it. That was 9 years of Hogan. What are they on with Brock? They're on year 6 or 7 of Brock being this MMA beast who, dominates WrestleMania somehow or whatever. Except he's not Hulk Hogan. So
yeah. But it's also the fact of, we have to put this new talent over. New talent, there's barely anybody new. It's mostly everybody you've been working with for months, if not years. It's not like you brought up a bunch of people from NXT and have this huge influx of all new young stars. It's the same, wrestlers that you've been having on your show for ages at this point.
It's the same failures over and over again.
Exactly. So it's not new talent. It's just new storylines or new roles for some of them, but most of it's regurgitated in the same old anyways. We've seen the same, storylines rinse and repeat time and time again. But yeah, Vince was very, very happy today. Obviously, he did say that they would have a backup plan if Florida did shut down or does shut down. If they have too many cases, he said, I have a number of states that would welcome us. So he's not worried about it at all. Very full of himself, even being sued. He explained how he said that they're not going to be in the live event business like they were before. He said there's no, it's doubtful you're going to fill up a 50,000 seat arena anytime in the future. And we're not going to rush to live events. And he's taking a realistic stance on things. He said it'll be much more content oriented, not live events focused. Yeah. He said it's a creative environment is the way I look at it. So he's looking at it more of like a portable stage than an actual wrestling tour.
You mean like when things go back to normal, or?
Yeah, because he's assuming that people are not going to come out in mass to go back to, feel comfortable going to arenas and sports games and movies, things like that. So it's going to take a long time for live events to go back to how they were.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably right. But there's also, I think, a lot of people that I think want to get out and they don't care. Like, I think it's weird. Yeah, maybe not families. Maybe you won't see like families or kids at these events, but I think you'll see a lot of these wrestling fans. Like certainly the Florida PC. Like I think they'll fill that place.
Oh yeah, that. But he was talking about the large arenas that they usually try and
also
pack.
The governments will probably open those areas. Not they'll probably say you can have a show, but there can be no more than 300 people at the show.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, and that's what even Florida is trying to work in with WWE to bring fans into the Performance Center.
Right.
So they haven't been able to produce an event with live fans since, obviously, everything happened, and they went ahead and had their last show with NXT at the Performance Center. But now Vince even said today that we're looking at it. I don't know what it looks like yet. I don't know if it's 6 feet apart and everyone is tested beforehand. If anyone knows how to do it, it's us. So I guess he's confident that they're going to get people into the Performance Center pretty soon. Whether that means having people that are like approved tests with the antibodies, knowing that they're not going to bring anything in or they already had it. There's a lot of, testing that can be done on site, fever, things like that, heart rate. But I don't know if they're considering that as too. But WWE will have an actual audience sooner than later. I guarantee it. They'll be one of the first ones.
It feels like, almost like in June maybe. I mean, that's when I thought everything.
I could see that.
I think I said June a month ago when I thought everything would come back, but I don't know. WWE 2k21 has officially been canceled.
Yeah, that's it. It is no more. The studios did
what
say
are they going to
do?
Try to
know what's going on with the future of the 2K series Monday.
What are they going to fix? 2K20 since that sucked?
I don't know. Some people have said that actually, and that was kind of a bit of a rumor going around today.
Wow.
But there's a lot of changes for how WWE operates over the next year. Vince said during the first quarter conference call today that it's not happening. They have no video game coming out this year. So maybe they take an extra year and just come out with 2K22 and have enough time to make something fully renovated, or do they just continue to update this one and try and fix their mistake?
Wow.
A lot of companies have gone back and fixed things recently with games, so that's not a totally impossible option. But they said they'll let us know Monday what the plans for the future are. So
That is crazy. And I forgot to put this on Patreon tonight, so I'm just going to do that now. I'm sorry, everybody who was like, I can't find the stream. I'm a patron. I forgot to post it on Patreon. I was dealing with my Twitter beef. Just a reminder, obviously, the new Twitter account is over there. JCS Commentary, at JCS Commentary. Please go like my Facebook page. We're almost at 4,000 likes, 4,000 followers. So maybe I did tweet it. But I don't know. But either way, like the Facebook page, follow the Facebook page, do both those things. Instagram at Joe Cronin Show. Jake is at Countdown Ended. Now Jake is bigger on Twitter than me. I'll ever be.
Unfortunately, I've seen this happen once before as well.
Even on my corrupted, I would tweet something and it would get sometimes I get 40 tweets or something. If Jake tweeted something, I get 200. I'd be like, Jesus, more people follow Jake than me.
I had your original one, then that got axed.
Yeah, even Leah gets more retweets and stuff than I do.
Yeah.
I feel like shit. So everybody who hasn't followed me on Twitter before, now follow me again on my new Twitter account.
That's right. Follow it again.
That's the one good thing that will come out of this. But I lost all my contacts and everything, so
yeah, I know. That's the worst part. I mean, it'd be okay. It's not like a text message where you can just send a phone number. People are hard to reconnect with.
Yeah.
That are in the business because they get hit up by so many robot spam accounts. It's hard to trust people.
Unless I have their phone number to message them, I have to go on Twitter.
You can't send them a DM.
I have to hey, it's Joey Janela, it's me. Or, hey, Matt Hardy, it's me. Hey, so-and-so, it's me. Hey, Dave Lagana or whoever, it's me. It's really me. It's really Joe. And that's just pathetic. And I have to do that now. But I will try to email who I can, and I do have some people's cell phone numbers. But I never want to cell phone them. So now that's embarrassing. Hey, what's up, Matt Hardy? I've got here's my new Twitter in case you cared. And he's probably like, I don't care that much, but okay. It's or whoever, So it's just so now I won't message anybody until I really need them. But
yeah.
Hopefully you give it a follow, and we do whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know what to say to you.
We'll build this one back up. We need to find a Twitter employee that's in good with the community, That's what we need. We need somebody in our back pocket already.
Yeah, I'm working on that. That's another thing I've been trying to work on. We'll see
You're
if
going
we
to
can
find
get
somebody and get them hired at Twitter?
Well, yeah, that's not a bad
this
idea.
Whole plan play out.
I mean, some guy named Debe's Box just followed me.
Oh, see, there you go.
I mean, that's hilarious, right? I mean, sure, Tommy's not happy. Debe's.
Here we go. I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here
Mr.
we go.
Lewis Money.
Here we go. Oh, no.
What's up, Mr. Money?
Jake him hard, welcome back.
Thank you.
The Bep, I just think I followed you back, bro. The Rampage account or whatever. Lewis Money, thank you, man. And yeah, Jake loves you, bro. He misses you.
Absolutely.
By the way, I'm going to try my hardest to follow you guys back, but it limits me to following only 50 a day, it said, or something like that. So if I don't follow you back, it's no hard feelings. I just have to wait every day to follow a certain amount of people. But I will try to follow everybody back who follows me, especially if you're a patron. I will make sure to follow you back. But if you guys want to support the show, become a patron. I have a 1-hour note to self up, and it is saucy. And it's up on Patreon right now. So make sure you check that out. I think that was it. Ooh, oh, there's more. Okay, let me play a couple more.
Yeah.
Super chat.
Jake is back.
Missed you, Jake. Love you, bro.
Casey is raw. Miss you, Jake. Love you, Jake.
Thank
Lots of
you.
love. He's back, baby. He's
That's
back,
right.
but he may not be back for long. We don't know how long it is. But you got a pretty good amount of time to rest up again, I guess. But AJ Adams.
So a fat hoe who takes dildos in the Aholo no Burger Queen.
Ugh. AJ Adams, thank you for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. Potentially, that could be it, AJ. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about what it could be right now, to be honest. But, yeah, I am following back, everybody. Well, we got 500 followers again. See how long that lasts. I also
That
tweeted,
was quick, too.
Not bad, yeah. But I used to have 36,000. At the top of the page, retweet my Flim Flam video, if you guys can.
Holy shit, Jake is back, hell yeah. It's not the same without you, glad you're doing better.
He's back, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, hail metal forever, thank you. Yeah, dude, it's been weird to adjust to redoing solo shows. It's been bizarre.
It It's worked out, but
it's been okay. Yeah, but it's definitely better with you. But it's okay.
well, you know it.
But there's a couple times where like I'm just like fuck this. I'm just gonna rant on something because like it's so bad. PA the Baker.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
Wrestle Talk had an idea. All the released WWE superstars joining the Dark Order? Do a big Dark Order takeover and have the Elite and the Inner Circle eventual team up to fight them. Would be must-see TV. Also welcome back Jakey Poo, glad you're well.
Okay, you've been in the country about
Thank you, sir.
Oh my god! Okay, you've been in the country about the... Oh my god! Okay, you've been in the country about the... Oh my god!
Welcome back Jake. Glad to see you are feeling better and haven't gotten coronaed lol. Vince is likely going full denial mode for what happened with the XFL along with the WWE employees getting the virus. I don't know how many lawsuits this guy has now FF.
Yeah, I think he's really going to have a lot of lawsuits, Soundwave 92. Thank you to Soundwave 92, and thank you to PA the Baker. I did not hear Wrestle Talk because I hate Wrestle Talk. I honestly fucking hate those guys. I'm sorry to them. I mean, they're wonderfully talented.
Subscribe, support.
Hello and welcome to Wrestle Talk, and now we're going to tell you what... Who the fuck can listen to that? I don't know how anybody can listen to those fucking idiots. I'm sorry, dude, but those guys enrage me. Like, listen, I have no real beef with them at all, and they're talented and stuff like that. But for me, they're super annoying, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know how you can listen to that. Like, that guy...
Sometimes accents are great, but...
Dude, it's the way he speaks. It's not the accent, because like a normal British accent is usually good. I'm telling you, man, these guys are enraging to listen to. I can't stand that guy's voice. Like his just like retard energy is off the page. Like like this fucking, here it is.
The darkest days in ever-growing unemployment figures.
It is the WWE. Everything I do is moving like this. Everything I do is moving like this. I do this and I do that and I talk like this.
Sounds like those
robot.
voice
I am a
modded
robot.
TikToks that read all the memes and shit.
Yeah, dude, I want
that wobble voice.
I pray to God that this guy gets Tourette's, because if he does, his body will take flight into the atmosphere.
Difficult I've ever had to make. There wasn't a single enter WWE star name here to AEW joke in the whole thing. Such respect, much poise, and I.
God, I can't stand this guy. I must keep moving everywhere to tell you what I'm at. And welcome to Wrestle Talk. Fucking please, somebody fucking shave his fucking ape-like arms and then beat his mother until he has to go home for a few days to take care of her.
Super chat.
WWE been accused of faking stock value in past?
They probably are. The goon, I mean, I'm telling you, man, there are so many things you could line up. Are people going to be able to prove this shit? I don't know. But certainly WWE is going to be under fire for a lot of stuff, because there's so much to say about this. Clearly, there's a ton of people who don't feel very good right now and who are going to be mad at Vince McMahon. And Jake said this months ago. And not only everything Jake was talking about months ago, which some of it was his opinion, some of it was what he was hearing. But the fact of the matter is,
reported numbers too.
Yeah, but now it's come to fruition. It's come to be the truth.
Yeah, they packed their books well. They pulled a little bit of that Ozark, from Netflix and decided to make it into a reality. They stacked themselves nicely. Except they're not laundering money. They're just keeping it in their own back pocket.
Right.
Honestly, though, the insider trading and knowledge, that for sure, because they sold stock before everything was reported about not getting paid by Saudi and losing all that huge stock price. Remember when that hit rock bottom for Lowe's, and that was a disaster. And then on top of it, as we said, them hiding funds and saying what they have available, but then they don't. There's a lot of, curious things that happen as far as the corporate side of things are going.
I remember back when I made videos kind of like Wrestle Talk, not like Wrestle Talk, but like in front of a green screen where I would just rant on WWE. You know, and I don't know, man. I just must have been like fucking forever ago, man. I used to rant on WWE, and I used to think that I would cut, you know, the screen and that type of thing and do all these cuts. And I don't remember why I stopped all that, but I'll tell you what, the Wrestle Talk shit fucking murders me. Is this one of them? Is this one of them from way back when? Let's see. Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Oh no, it's not. Come on, man. You know the new YouTube shit is awful. Like, oh my god, it's
really hard to search for specific things. Like
trying to find stuff and search through my videos.
Yeah, if you're looking for something individual or something that's uncommon,
yeah.
If it wasn't #1 trending, then forget about it. You're digging for a while.
Good God Almighty, man! You know what's funny is I play all that Diablo. I still have videos from people watch me play Diablo now, and I still have videos from like fucking 2013.
Oh, you know, when it's coming out.
Like, dude, no, like this is like, look at this. This is 2013 Diablo.
Plus a Manticore, a double-socketed Manticore, and a Blackthorn.
I mean, this is just fucking crazy that I've been playing this game this long. I mean,
that's nuts.
That's on Joe Cronin show too. But yeah, no, I'm looking around right now for like one of those stylistic videos where you just cut every second. I forget what I used to call them. I tried to come up with some name for it, and it sort of escapes me now. But yeah, the search on now is so bad, man. Like it's so bad now on YouTube to find your old videos or your current videos or whatever you're doing. And you know, sometimes I like to tell people about my older videos because like people always come up to me and they're like, "Oh man, the fucking YouTube channel and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Dude, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I first started this." So it's like I spent months and years failing at this show and everything I was doing. And it was bad. It's like cringy to go back and watch it now, you know, some of the stuff that I did, but it's like you need to know that like it doesn't just come out of nowhere. It isn't just a hit right away.
No, but that proves no matter what you change and whatnot, you know, you still have fans that have followed you since then. You know, the only thing that has changed, or hasn't changed, I should say, is you. You know, you've stayed consistent, and that's what people come for. So,
well,
you don't need as much stylistic stuff. But yeah, to see how much has changed and how much you worked at it to get better and better, it is a crazy amount of time.
I remember, I just remember doing these rants, and I wasn't sure I went back and forth from doing these shows to doing the rants.
Yeah.
And not knowing what the fuck, which way I was going to do it. And, I don't know, man. Some of those old rants are pretty fucking hilarious though, but, they wouldn't fly.
Yeah, you've got some classics, but like you said,
it wouldn't fly
I don't
now.
know if it would all.
Yeah. I don't know if they'd fly now.
It wouldn't be on the level at this point. Well, you're not going for SNL, but.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this was horribly bad. Like, I mean, but this was 2000. This is 2013.
Hey guys, I'm Joe Cronin, and welcome to the Wrestling Scoop. Let's get started. There's some news from the other day's 2-hour shows and stuff that we missed.
It's me, Ole Davis, and I'm going to tell you about Wrestle Talk. It's me, Joe Cronin, with the Wrestling Scoop. Oh, I'm going to tell you about the scoop of ice cream in my ass.
Like, this was bad.
Get to. So let's start right off the bat. Dave Metzler noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that there was massive heat backstage on Sin Cara because of his broken finger. Basically, the fact that he didn't continue the match. And you could even see in Alberto Del Rio kind of...
So people are like, "Oh wow, you know, you just have all these subs. You're an asshole." It's like, nah, dude. I like fucking embarrassed myself for about 3 years first.
Coaxing him like, "Let's get this thing done."
Like, this
today,
is fucking
the Primo
terrible.
and Epico are Los Matadores.
Look at this. This green screen is worse than the one I have now. I mean, it's better than the one I have now, probably. But yeah, it's just really funny to see that. It's like so goofy, but it's like there it is.
The
like,
scoop.
Look out for the scoop. Here's
It's
another
the
one.
Joe Cronin Show. There's no reason to panic. Megan Fox has been cast in the new Ninja Turtles movie, and you'll find out next who she's playing. Stick around.
She's playing a whore. She's playing a whore. This
No,
is
it sucked.
this is super cringy, man. Like, you gotta love how dumb I am.
She bailed on it and basically ruined that that character. You know what I mean? Don't worry. Even though she's coming into Ninja Turtles, she's only playing the lead role of April O'Neil. Ah! What are you doing, Michael Bay? What the hell are you thinking? This chick literally bailed on you in the other movies.
I know what she's thinking. We found out later. She sucked his fucking cock, is what happened. And he went, "Oh, you're in fucking Ninja Turtles now. How about that?" That's what happened.
After they killed each other in Transformers. To the point where she wasn't allowed back on set, right? And they recast her entirely.
Yeah, they recast her with some other hooker or whatever.
Yeah, then she got to be in Ninja Turtles, which was years after that, so definitely got those DSLs.
God damn. I mean, those videos are horrible. Those videos are fucking horrible. But anyway, it's fun to make fun of myself. I figured I'd make fun of myself because I made fun of Wrestle Talk, and, you know, they're nice guys and stuff like that. But, you know.
Look at you keeping it classy.
Fuck A-hole Davis. You know? I can't believe I was playing Diablo. I'm seeing all these Diablo videos from back in the day. Anyway, let's get back to wrestling.
Ago.
Let's get back to wrestling. I'm sorry. We got so derailed right now. I'm so happy Jake is here. I'm playing with myself.
We're all over the place. AEW beat NXT in the ratings. So NXT had a 2-week lead at this point in time. They won by a narrow margin the first week and a bit more, just a little bit more, on the second week. This week, more of a blowout. AEW Dynamite had 731,000 viewers. NXT only brought in, I say only, 665,000. So, you know, quite a commanding lead there.
What's the number on AEW again?
731,000 for AEW, 665 for NXT.
Damn. I mean, I don't know.
It's close enough.
I don't know.
It's a 66,000 viewers difference. That's a hell of a lot more than 1,000 they had, and 7,000 the week before. So almost 70,000 fans. That's great. Like I said, it was a decent show. I didn't care much, honestly, for Jericho. I loved his commentary, but I didn't care for the Bubbly Bunch skit from last night. I usually hold Jericho to a bit of a higher regard when it comes to the comedy stuff, and that one didn't really tickle my fancy much. I thought it was a bit too eye-rolling, cringe, silly. But one thing I did want to ask you is, what do you think of Matt Hardy being able to have a toggle switch between his broken vessel and himself, so he can switch between Damascus and then he can go back to the unkillable Matt Hardy? What do you think of that change?
I mean, I like that he has a door open to do more than one thing, I guess. And I guess it didn't matter anyway, because he could have always kind of gone from broken to unbroken at any point anyway.
That was the one odd part, and I agree with it. But another point worries me in one sense, because just paying attention to it, I would have just let it go entirely. But now you have something else that has to be explained. There's more rules you have to stick to. There's a lot of purist fans that really like the original run of the broken Matt Hardy, and they say that this is blasphemy, and that's why I was just curious where you stood on it.
I don't like that. Unfortunately, he's come in at this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
he needs an audience for the most part. Unless they do things at his compound, which I know they're planning and working towards.
I don't like that. I don't really like it. I'll be honest. I would rather Matt Hardy just be Damascus or this character. So I don't know. I think I would rather have Matt Hardy be this broken character, Damascus, and not be able to just flip back to regular Matt Hardy. That's just me, though, and it's not a bad thing or a make or break thing. I just would have rather had him live the character again. I really liked when he lived the character. This sort of leaves him open to, when he's at autograph signings or when he's doing things. He doesn't always need to be the character. You know what I mean? He can be both things. So this kind of gets him out of that. Plus, he has more dimension to him because he can jump back to regular Matt Hardy and then go back to Damascus, broken Matt Hardy. And so then he can cut longer promos, I guess. We can see different sides of him. So in a way, I think it's smart. So what I'm saying is I could be wrong, but I wouldn't have done it. But it's not that big a deal either at this point. So, yeah, I wouldn't have done it, but it's not that big a deal. Either way, whatever. That's kind of how I feel.
No, I agree. And I hope it's not a major sin or a huge deal, as you're saying, but I hope it's not one more thing on a list of things they do wrong once again with this character. Granted, new company, new direction, I get that, but I don't want to see the character itself destroyed one more time. So, interesting enough, non-AEW related, before we were talking about numbers, and I forgot to bring this up, but WWE Network is touting some of the biggest growth they've ever had. I mean, obviously people were home and they were curious about WrestleMania being, 1, a 2-night event, and 2, with no audience. How is this going to work? So it doesn't say here whether these are just free 1-month subscribers. Did they pay? We don't know exactly the numbers behind this yet, but they gained over essentially 500,000 subscribers on WrestleMania weekend. They went from 1.46 million subscribers, and then once they hit that Friday of WrestleMania weekend, they went up to 2.10 million subscriber mark. So huge growth for WWE Network. And like I said, we're unsure, whether those accounts are, paid subscribers or just getting the free month, but we'll see what happens and how many continue to subscribe after the month is up. So, but still, they finally broke 2 million subscribers. That's a huge thing for the network. And interesting enough, it happens while, everyone's quarantined. So,
yeah, that's that figures. They I don't know what I don't know what they're gonna do with the women's division in AEW, but they had a pretty good match the other day when I guess when Britt Baker busted her nose up. I kind of like that, but there's a lot more hate for Britt Baker than I expected. I'm actually surprised.
Is there? See, I haven't seen much of.
Oh, dude, I've seen like women hating on her too.
I believe it.
Like women are mad at, like, they don't like her. It's crazy.
According to you in the chat before, apparently Cody was the one writing Britt's promos for her too.
Oh, God.
So that's interesting.
I mean, some of them were all right, but
it also depends on how they were delivered too. When you look back at the content of the first one, I think it could have been delivered better. The one that was on the Jer Cruise.
Wait, who? Wait, the promo
for
she
Britt
cut?
Baker. When
Well, that
she
was
did
like
the first promo on the Jer Cruise.
Yeah, that was like her first promo, so it was like, all right, yeah.
Because I think the content was good, but the promo itself wasn't delivered great.
She didn't really sound confident when she delivered it. So yeah,
exactly.
A little less is more with her, and a little more confidence, and she could be a lot better off, I think.
Absolutely. So, but I'm surprised there's so much heat coming back on her at this point.
Yeah.
I wonder what that stems from. Probably jealousy, as always, but another big thing that happened is this Money in the Bank is going to be on the roof of the WWE headquarters, which I believe has been filmed already.
Oh, yeah.
At this point in time.
Yeah, they already filmed it, yeah.
I did see some of the ladders erected atop the roof with the ring type setup they had up there, which is pretty cool. But I am curious to see how this plays out. I know they had the ring on the roof with the trees around it and whatnot, but I was kind of originally perceiving it as, they start off on the bottom floor as they kind of made it sound, and then they would fight their way to like some type of hatch, get up on the roof, and then the briefcase would be suspended up there. But
yep, that's what's going to happen.
All right, so
it's gonna be
I wasn't
on the
expecting a ring on the roof, but that's a cool idea.
Oh yeah, no,
too.
the ring's going to be on the roof, and it's going to hang like it normally would in the ring. It's going to be crazy.
I can't wait to see how this plays out. I mean, at least it's interesting. I'm also hearing that Braun doesn't really have much of a shot to keep the belt. People are not thrilled with him being champion, and it wasn't obviously their intended go-to plan. So one of the things they want to do is have Bray regain the title, and when The Fiend takes the title over, then for SummerSlam they can build up and have Roman Reigns take on The Fiend, and then Roman can win the belt.
Oh boy.
So that's a bit of a mess, but I could see why they would want to do such a thing. I mean, obviously that was their original plan, have Roman beat The Fiend and win the title so they just get to push that storyline outward more.
I mean, I heard like Roman ain't going to come back for like the year almost. Like he's like, fuck this.
I mean, yeah, it depends. Well, this is Vince's mindset too. Vince is thinking that, you know, he'll be good to go by the time SummerSlam comes. So, but we know that.
What are they going to do with
SummerSlam?
SummerSlam? I mean, SummerSlam can't be happening in Boston now.
It doesn't mean that it would be. Yeah, it likely isn't happening in Boston. No, but that it would still take place. So
It just that. I mean, who's going to go anyway? But I mean, talk about just. So much shit got ruined, dude. I'm not even thinking about it because I was excited for SummerSlam, but
I was as well. Yeah,
we were gonna kill it, man. We're gonna hook up and we were gonna make love in Boston.
Hook up and hook up.
Yeah, now we can't do that. We got robbed of our love. Oh, here comes Tommy.
Sexy transvestite from sexual Transylvania. I'm a sexy transvestite from sexual Transylvania. Sexy transvestite from sexual Transylvania.
I can only hope Vince and Stephanie will get fucked from the lawsuits. It's like Corona-chan is really messing with SJWS and companies that are woke or semi-woke like the WWE, Marvel, Hollywood, Disney and DC. I have no pity for the WWE.
Yeah, I mean, Bimbo Baggins, you're right. They've done a lot of this shit to themselves, no doubt about it.
Super chat. Super chat.
I'm getting $950 a week to sit on my couch.
Damn. Really? I mean, that's awesome, I guess, right?
Yeah, can't beat that.
Who is that? AJ? What up, AJ? Oh, Roo! Oh, my God.
Welcome back, Jake. How we missed your sexiness. But seriously, Joe, fire fish lips and hire Junebug.
You want me to fire Fish Lips Drew and hire Junebug? I mean, maybe. I put Junebug on once before. I don't know if he had mic trouble or what happened, but I'll have him on again, man. We'll see if we can get him on again. Junebug with the 200 drop. I need to see people's podcasts first before I put anybody on, to be honest. But he may be a part of one of my streams coming up when I do a podcast. Arushin Chu. Thank you, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, the shirt is available. People wanted all the people out there who are over 2 times XL, 4 times XL.
Yeah, baby.
We have relaunched the shirt. It's a little different, though. It's got a little bit of an added flair to it, I guess, if you want to call it that. So just know
Just
that.
the one that says fat fuck on the back?
Yeah, it should say that. It would be funny if it said that. But, yeah, if you go down to it, you will find it, and you will be able to...
wear it with pride.
You'll be able to wear it, just in general, because people really wanted to wear it. So here it is. It's available on Teespring right now.
Or lay it over your body and just take pictures like that.
It's the updated JCS logo, the one you see.
Don't put it on.
Up here in the corner. It's literally this logo that you see up here in the corner. So it's a little just altered.
It feels soft.
It's the new logo. It's just a basic logo.
It's so sexy. It's a nice, sexy shirt.
It has Jake's. We had Jake DeMarco shoot his semen onto a board.
Bam!
We traced the semen and then PNG'd it onto the back.
You got that perfect splatter effect. It's as if I massaged your shoulders gently and cried.
So his semen trails are available on the shirt as well for you. So it's kind of amazing. So definitely check that out. It is on Teespring right now. I just tweeted it out on my new Twitter, which will probably be gone soon as well. There it is, the new version. It's just a basic tee, a little upgrade version of the old one. Marvin Watt, take note, you know. His other one's looking a little bit tattered, a little frayed.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Hi guys, what is your guys' opinions on WWE women's wrestler Chelsea Green? Do you guys see her as the future face of the women's division? Or do you see someone else deserving of being called this? Thanks.
I mean, it's a little early to figure that out. Kirk, thank you for the donation, man. No, I think she's good.
She's talented.
Yeah, I like her. I don't know. I mean, I don't know yet. I think she's good. She's hot. But I mean,
she's consistent. She's just not. I don't want to say like outstanding, mean like she's not worthy, but like she doesn't stand out is what I'm trying to get at. So yet.
Yeah.
But they also haven't utilized her a ton either.
Yeah,
so
that's
what
really,
I've seen has been good though.
Yeah, she's been all right, but I haven't seen enough to I couldn't justify saying that she sucks or she's great. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I mean, she'll get to that point. I mean, she kind of reminds me a little bit of what's her face? The Australian girl.
Rhea Ripley?
No. Kind of like the one that was more like charismatic and agile. She's tall, kind of not tall like her, but God, I can't.
Someone in the chat will get
what's
it.
What's her name? She's. God damn it! She was in that tag team with that other girl. They won the titles. The tag team belts. The Iconics. The other girl. What's her name?
Oh, okay.
Not the black-haired one. She kind of reminds me of her. Yeah, Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce. She kind of reminds me of that a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of right now, but, I don't know. Maybe I haven't watched her enough, though. I just haven't seen enough of her, to be honest. I think she's good, though, and I think she can be really good. So, hopefully they get a showcase for her where we can actually see something.
Yeah, I can see the Peyton Royce similarity now that you bring it up.
Yeah,
for some reason it never clicked before, but weren't they being repackaged and rebranded? The Iconics.
We did hear that, and I said
we heard that ages ago.
I kind of said like, what? Like, why? Like, I thought what they had going was better than what most people have going.
Ridiculous.
Now, I mean, he could be referring to Chelsea in her previous wrestling. You know what I mean? Because she's done a lot of other wrestling, right? Like, she did all that stuff in TNA, right? So
I'm just not overly familiar with her. So
well, she was that crazy person, right, in TNA, right? She did the let me look it up. Hold on. Remember, she was like that crazy bride character in TNA with like Rosemary and shit like that.
Terrible with
Wasn't
names.
she was the one that did that, right? I believe she was like had that crazy gimmick. But I don't think I never really she was more about her character at that point than like she was pretty good there. You know, but in WWE you don't know what she's gonna do, you know? Right? This is her in TNA, I believe. I remember this. I kinda stopped watching TNA around when this started happening, to be honest. So I didn't even get a good sample of her there. I know people were like kind of raving about her though at the time. Like people
I don't even remember that gimmick, so
yeah, it only lasted like 6 months, I want to say, but I mean, she was like, I don't even know this story because I stopped watching around that time. Right after Matt Hardy left, I went, I'm out of here. But Rosemary was like really on fire then, and she was involved in all that stuff, and I think Rosemary was carrying Impact Wrestling at that time.
Yeah, she was the workhorse because of everything she did with the Hardy universe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. That shit was nuts, dude. Back then.
Laurel Van Ness, Y Society said.
Yeah, there you go. Just get Peyton Royce back on TV, damn it. That's what Hector Gutierrez says. Let me go back to the donations here real quick and see what people are saying. Dying, man. I'm telling you, man, I either got major allergies or this basement mold is killing me. I don't know about it.
What else we
Either
got?
one.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Vince literally bought the Orange County mayor to get WWE labeled essential and didn't get any consequences, lol. The fact his best buddy is the president and he allowed Vince to be part of the advisors to reopen economy should tell you how fucked we are.
Yeah, it's a little goofy, Soundwave, no doubt about it. I mean, that's the one thing, nobody can really argue with that. It's bizarre that Vince McMahon is involved in that. and that he got labeled as essential business in Florida.
What else we
you know,
got? Oh,
obviously
a
that's
little bit of the bubbly.
not right.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it.
Meghan McCain is a fat slob.
Ooh.
The only exercise she gets is from her jaw chewing food. That fat cow wore purple and looked like an obese Barney. She is a fat water buffalo. Now you know how Arizona feels about her.
Now I know how Arizona feels about her. What the fuck? Of course, JB would attack me on Twitter, blaming me for all this stuff. What a fucking idiot. JB, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Like, I get my Twitter taken down, and JB complains to me. He's complaining to me.
About what?
Because he's complaining to me because this bitch said that I was him, and then I said, no, that's JB, not me. And now he's complaining to me. Oh, you're gonna finally talk to me, JB, you faggot idiot? Like, I mean, it's not my fault that this fucking bitch complained about you. JB's the one who brought her onto the fucking show and brought these people on the show. And I said, like, okay, well, whatever. He didn't even do anything wrong. I don't even know why JB's mad. JB, you didn't do anything wrong, and neither did I. But I lost my Twitter. Why are you playing the victim now? God, this fucking guy. JB, you're a fucking faggot idiot, dude. Just go the fuck away. You're such a crybaby and turn everything into you. Now, he's complaining to me on Twitter that now I'm going to get banned because of you. What do you mean? This fucking bitch thought I was you. That's all I said to her. I'm like, no, that's JB. What do you want me to share all the DMs? Like he's like, how about you show all the DMs about what you said with her? Like, what? Why do I have to show you anything? I'm the one who's under attack, you idiot. It's fucking goddamn, man. What the fuck is wrong with people? My fucking blood is gonna boil.
Cannot say I blame you. Not one bit. I don't know if you're playing something or not.
I'm just looking at Twitter like,
okay,
like how the fuck is this fucking my fault?
Know? Some people in the chat just acting up. Chat, I loved and missed you all. I'm glad everybody seems to be doing well. Hopefully everybody that needed unemployment got it finally.
God
Shit has
damn
been
it.
a nightmare.
I'm gonna
I've been
choke
keeping
you,
up on
JB.
Courtney's forever.
And by the way, I told her I'm the one that called her a cunt, you dumb fucking idiot.
Yeah, you said outright.
Like, this guy makes... I mean, he's so obsessed with making everything about himself. I lost my Twitter. I'm the one who lost my Twitter. JB, I lost my fucking Twitter. God damn it. Somehow, it's always my fault. It's always my fucking fault somehow. Unbelievable. I literally have the DMs where she says all this. What do you want me to show all the DMs? Fucking idiot. How is this anywhere near my fault? How is it anywhere near my fault? Like, explain how it's my fault. I'm doing monetize this. And JB says, hey man, we got kind of a situation in the community here. Scott Frame might be involved in some sexting thing or something with people. Okay, bring him on the show. We bring him on the show. We basically talk to him for an hour. He seems nervous and weird and guilty. And then eventually I get sick of it all and call this girl a dumb bitch cunt. And then we hang up on her. And then we go back to the show. Now, months later, my Twitter goes down and she says she did it. I have her DMs. She says she did do it. She did it. She says she did it. And then I say, well, she goes, I did it because of the things you said about me. And then I'm said, okay, the things you said about me, what did you say about me? I mean, what did I say about you? And then she goes, well, I have to go find the tweets. And I'm like, okay, find the tweets and tell me what I said about you. She goes and sends me a tweet that JB said, of JB. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not me. That's JB. That's my co-host. He was the one who ended up finding out about all this stuff and brought it on the show. And I'm like, oh, and she's like, oh, well, maybe I have those other tweets somewhere else. And I'm like, okay, maybe. And then she goes, well, somebody called me a cunt. And I said, well, I don't know if it was me or him. Could have been me, could have been him. And then I looked at the video, and then I said to her, I said, well, I'm the one who called you a cunt. And that's all that happened. I have all the DMs right here of me and her DMs. And I said, well, she kept yelling at me about the DM, and I said, well, I'm sorry, but this is JB, not me, that you're sending me. Can you send me my tweets where I said something about you? And then she goes, so you were JB was the one who called me a cunt. And I said, where? And she goes, on the original show. And I go, I don't know. She goes, when it was first exposed. And I said, probably JB, but it could have been me. Either way, we don't know you. We don't know you. We say stuff like this all the time. It's not personal. I call JB a retard. But he has a southern accent. I have a Boston accent, so you can find out easily which one of us called you a cunt. But I wish you would have come to me first instead of just reporting me. And then I said, I just
3 months later.
And then I said, okay, I listened to it. I told her I listened to it. I am the one who called you a cunt, but I didn't even know who you were. I just said, I don't know, fuck these fucking ugly cunts and these bitches and whatever. I don't want to talk about pedos and sexting on Twitter anymore on my channel. Fuck this stupid shit. You know? But again, she acts like people act like I attacked her. I didn't attack her. It was brought to me on my show, so I wasn't looking to attack anybody. We did an hour on it. JB did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. This person reported me and took my channel down and took my fucking Twitter down. And she's the one that blames us in these DMs. JB has nothing really to do with this.
Yeah, Justin was in the chat, so...
What the fuck does he have to do with this?
Call in,
Why is it always about him? I'm the one who lost my fucking Twitter!
He had said, I'm not making this about me or blaming you. I'm saying it's your fault, you dumb fuck.
What do you mean it's my fault?
He said, I'm not making this about me or blaming you, saying it's your fault, you dumb fuck. So he's saying he's not saying it's your fault.
Oh, well, I know it's not, but he just tweeted me. He said, it looks like you're trying hard to get me banned on Twitter as well. You're trying to pin this on me so I lose my Twitter too. I actually took down the tweet about her. I have the screenshots, but I took it down because I talked to her. And I said, hey, listen, if you stop fucking with us, we'll stop fucking with you. And I won't get my lawyer, and I won't go after this shit. So if you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. That's what I said to her. This literally has nothing to do with JB. Almost nothing to do with JB. The only thing it has to do with JB is that she sent me his tweets, and I said, those aren't mine, those are JB's. That's all I said. How is that me trying to get your Twitter suspended? I am suspended! This is what you said to me, JB. Hey, you finally fucking talked to me for the first time in weeks. Looks like you're trying pretty hard to get me banned on Twitter as well. You're trying to pin this on me so I lose my Twitter too? No! How am I trying to pin this on you? She's trying to pin this on you and me and everyone. Jesus Christ, bro. I said I'm trying to tell her that Scott Frame and JB talked and they brought her onto the air, and she's trying to say that I went after her and all this stuff. I couldn't go after her because I didn't even know who she was. So that's what I'm saying. And she's saying that I said all this stuff about her on Twitter and called her a cunt. I didn't call her a cunt or any of these other things on Twitter. I didn't call her a big fat bitch. And then she sent me the screenshot saying, here's where you said this on your other account. That's not my account. Why would I want to get JB's Twitter fucking taken down? My Twitter's already taken down. I don't understand what this really has to do with JB, other than she thinks that I'm JB as well. She thinks that I'm JB. JB's on the phone. Hello.
Well, I wasn't going to call in, but since you're rambling like a fucking asswipe right now, I figured I'd go ahead and call in. You know, sitting there, you know what really pissed me off a second ago is when you said that, hey, it's nice of you to talk to me for the first time in a few weeks. I reached out to you fucking a week and a half ago. You
all right, let's skip that. I don't know what you're mad about, dude. I lost my Twitter account to this bitch, and she's saying...
Yeah, let's skip that because you just told a lie.
What do you mean?
You're acting like I'm not trying to talk to you. I've reached out to you, and you're not talking to me back. But yeah, we'll skip that. But no, you're horrible at translating what I'm trying to say right now. You keep tagging me on Twitter, and you're telling her in the DMs, like, hey, that's JB, which is fine.
No, I tagged you on Twitter because I wanted to be like, look, I wanted you to see it because I think you'd think it was funny. Because I'm like, look, that bitch from the girl from 4 months ago that I said, I swear to God, this girl's going to come after me for this later on. That's why I tagged you, because I knew you'd be like, oh my God, there it is. That's the only reason I tagged you. That's the only reason you're tagged, was to show you, look, and I'm not on Facebook anymore, so I couldn't send it to you there. So I tagged you so you would see it, because I'm like, JB knows what I'm talking about.
On Facebook, you mean you have me on Messenger? What do you mean?
When you unfollowed me on Facebook, I blocked everybody on Facebook Messenger.
Right. Okay. So that's why you couldn't really send it to me on Facebook.
So I wanted you to see it, because it was like,
right.
Remember this? Like, remember
From
this
what
fucking...
it looks like to me, when you keep saying JB did this, JB did that, which is, again, it's fine, but on the surface, that looks like you're trying to get me taken out too.
Where?
Like, here's the real person that did this.
But no, okay. The only thing that you did that I brought attention...
You can't see my point there, though, honestly?
I sort of do, but I didn't say JB did it. The only thing I said JB did was, she showed me your tweets, and I said, that's not me.
And you said that's JB.
Yeah, because I said, listen, what did I say about you? And she said, you've been rambling on Twitter for months about me. And I said, I have not been rambling on Twitter. Well, anyway, I said, I'll show you the whole I'll play the whole DM right now on YouTube. I don't give a shit. And I said, I have not been doing this to you. I don't know what you're talking about. And then she sent me those DMs, and I said, or those messages, and I go, that's not me. That's some other guy in JB. So maybe, I don't know what you're mad at me for. And she goes, well, you called me a cunt. And I'm like, if you could provide me with proof of that, maybe I'll move on, and I'll just say, you know what? You fucked up my Twitter account, and I was a dickhead to you. I'll just move on. But in the end, all I did was we had to monetize this. And by the way, me and you grilled this fucking guy. We actually grilled Scott Frame. This chick is mad at us, but we grilled Scott Frame, like, for an hour. And all she can think about is, eventually I got frustrated with the whole thing, and I said, all right, fuck this cunt and these fucking bitches on Twitter, and this is stupid. Let's just move on now. I'm done with this. So she took that, and that's the reason why she says that she took out my Twitter account. And she says she took out my Twitter account in the DMs.
Well, there's no doubt about that I brought this up on the show, because guess what? It turned out being a pretty funny ass bit that we did.
It was hilarious.
So
listen, I'm not trying to pin it on you. I'm trying to say to her.
No. Let me finish.
She's saying I'm
trying to
her.
say I only brought this up because Scott mentioned this to me. Styles, not Styles, but fucking Frame, not McKinnon. All right, so he brought it up to me, and I was like, let me take this to the air, because we all know who Scott is. The last time I tweeted about this fat fucking horse retard ass bitch was like a month ago.
That was JB that said that.
Well, you can't get suspended on Twitter for something you say on a YouTube show. That's ridiculous.
That's what it is.
You can't report a tweet.
Well, no, she was obviously.
How can they report you for something?
She was obviously reporting every tweet I ever said since then. She said she reported a whole bunch of tweets a little while back, and they just came back as, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but here's the thing, I haven't tweeted about her in over a month.
Yeah.
So what tweet did she report?
That's what I tried to ask her for, and now she says she can't find it.
Well, then how could you have even gotten taken down then?
I don't know.
There had to have been something in one of your tweets. Did you? I don't know what.
No, she probably flagged. She probably flagged my Gronkowski tweet. The one where I hope he gets paralyzed.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I said, I got a family. I do a show. I don't know why you need to do this. She said, I only reported the tweets towards me. I swear. And I said, can you show me those tweets that are towards you? And eventually she came up with your tweets. And I said, well, that's not me. And she goes, well, that's your other account. The tweet where
I want to hear the
tweet where you say, the Thunder Angel bitch blocked me because I exposed her. And then Casey Rose said she's trash. Then you said, that she is, Casey. She knows she's full of shit. Meanwhile, Casey Rose is friends with her, I guess. Then Scotty Styles says, you have to feel vindicated now. Or you said to Scott Frame. Or whatever,
correct.
Scott Styles. And then, or maybe not, why did you delete your old Twitter? And then you still actually questioned him. So apparently the horrible thing you said about her is apparently that, but that's not really that big a deal.
So wait a minute. How can she have she had me blocked. So how does she even know about that?
I don't know, because she mentions friends. So apparently she's got a whole bunch of people that do this stuff with her.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. To be honest,
all I know
is
my point in saying like that's JB was I go to one roadblock, then I go to the next. The first roadblock is, oh, you said this stuff about me on Twitter. Okay, please show me that stuff. Okay, here's that stuff. Okay, that's JB, that's not me. Well, why did you go on your show to to slander my name? Okay, I didn't go on my show to slander your name. My co-host JB.
First of all, we reached out to her to get her on the show to actually defend herself.
Right. She still wants to come on.
I have the. Oh, gee, yeah. Have fun with that.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with these people. Like, I want to get out of this. I lost my Twitter. I had DMs with tons of wrestlers and tons of shit that was actually going on. I lost everything. I had people that were going to be coming on the show. Now I got to fucking, like, tweet them and be like, it's really me. It's really Joe Cronin. Hit me up. If they see it, they see it. They don't, they don't. I don't know what the fuck to do, man. This fucking year sucks dick. And I'm not trying to incriminate you. I was just literally trying to be like, well, that's wrong because that's JB. So now where are my tweets where I said this stuff?
Well, you can understand where I would think your heart's not in the right place because you're usually busy, you know, calling me a liar or a coward or saying.
Well, but I'm not gonna throw you under the bus for something you didn't do.
I mean, you have no problem throwing me under the bus, calling me a liar, saying I left your show for reasons that I didn't say before. You're saying that all that. Why? My point is,
nobody thinks
say all
you're.
that all the
I mean,
time.
all right. Well,
no. Hold on a second. You say that shit all the time.
Everyone says that to me too. Nobody. I mean, there's something else you won't tell people. That's fine.
Everybody says to you that I left for a reason.
Yeah, they're
other
like,
than what I'm
"There's
saying.
no way." Like this guy hates you. Like people tell me this guy definitely fucking
Right.
something
This
going
guy
on.
hates you. You say that.
I do. I agree. Something's up.
Yes. So you're saying everybody says this.
You're snapping
saying
like
everybody
this.
says this.
You owe me
I'm
breakfast.
snapping at you because you're being a douchebag. That's why.
I'm not being a douchebag.
You claim that we've been friends. Yes, you are. You
I
claim
literally
we've been friends
lost
for as
my.
long as we have, but what you're doing is something that friends don't do.
I'm fighting with
and
a
I'm
girl.
not going to sit here and I'm not going to fucking argue with.
But I'm fighting with a
End of
girl who
story.
took out my Twitter account. What does that have to
I don't
do
give
with
a
you?
shit about right now.
What does that have to do with you, though?
I just told you. I just told you the point, Joe, about the tweets you brought up in the beginning, saying that you didn't mean to take me down, or this turned into, that you were trying to get me taken down too.
Why would
I made the point that how am I supposed to know your heart's in the right place when you've spent the last fucking ever since I've
But that's crazy that you would think
saying
I'm
that
doing that. So while I'm in a fight with somebody who is trying to,
that's crazy.
But
For me to think
listen.
that.
While I'm in a fight with somebody who just took my Twitter account down, she just took my Twitter account down. I'm in a fight with her now. For some weird reason, I'm going to drag you into it. That's bizarre.
Well, you did.
Why?
You did.
No, I didn't. I was just showing. I was just trying to show you. Like, look, JB. It's the fucking chick from fucking. It's the girl. Remember the girl? Because I said to you on that show. I go, JB. This is going to come back to bite me in the ass.
You could have done this privately. You could have done it privately, but instead you put it out on Twitter. And
what did I put out though?
It's not, Joe.
But
it's not crazy.
Okay, but what I said was, I told JB this would happen. Remember, I knew we'd be blamed and attacked for them bringing it up on my show. I said this to you that night.
Listen,
that's what I sent on Twitter. That's the tweet you're talking about.
We're going in circle. We're going in circles, and we're going in circles, and clearly your fucking audience here are a bunch of fucking idiots, thinking that I came on here just to argue with you so that I can get some fucking clout.
Well, I thought you were going to tweet out. I thought you might, but
happen.
I thought you might tweet like haha, or yeah, that's fucked up, or it happened. Yep, it happened, or yep, we called it. Because we were like, I'm like, dude, we're going to get fucked in a couple months. This girl's going to go after us. Because if she's starting false claims about Scott Frame, now she's going to come after me, and I'm going to get fucked somehow. And I said that on the stream. I said that. I go, JB, this is going to fuck me over somehow in the future. And here it was. So I tweeted that to you because I wanted you to see it, because I was like, here it is. I'm fucking got my Twitter taken down. And then it turned into you getting defensive. But you do this a lot with me where you get defensive and think that I'm up to some weird thing. And I'm like, I am not up to this. Like, did not mean it like that. Like, but And I do understand what you're saying from your point of view that you, like, why is he dragging me into this? But that's not what I was trying to do. And I don't know what to tell you other than that. Like, wasn't supposed to be that. It was just supposed to be, like, I even thought about sending it to Moon. I was like, I'm trying to think of who remembers that show that night. I sent it to Drew, too. I sent the same message to Drew, except we're still friends on Facebook, so I sent to Drew. I said, here it is, man. Look, remember I said this would happen? Look at this. And I sent him almost the same thing. But, I mean, I get what you're saying, but obviously I'm not going to try to drag you into it. Like, I mean, that's retarded.
All right, well,
I would be a pretty pathetic. I would be a pathetic
hello,
piece of shit. I would be a pathetic piece of shit if that was my goal with that.
I never said it was your goal.
I get what you're saying, though.
That. I never said that was your goal.
I get what you're saying, though. I do understand. But, you know, it's just enraging because I'm fighting with this other person who's clearly evil. And I'm like, all right, let's just part ways. You know, I'm sorry that I called you that. You know, I could, you know, we could go further with this, but I'll apologize. She asked me to take all the tweets down. She asked me to take all the videos down. She said she would stop doing stuff then. And I said, okay, cool. Let's walk away now. And so I deleted the tweets and all that other stuff. And that's about it where I am with her. She wants to come on the show to talk about this stuff, but I'm a little upset because I lost months' work of work and DMs and everything I was doing on Twitter. And I guess I really didn't have anybody that I wanted to send that to be like, there was nobody that I could think of that other than Leah that was on Monetize This that night that I wanted to be like, look, like this is what it happened. And I knew that you were the only one really that remembered that. And that's why I tagged you in it. To be like, dude, look, remember JB? I told you JB that would happen. So I tagged you. And I felt like if I just said JB, that it would be like, I was going to write JB and not tweet you, but I wanted you to see it. And I think, that, you know, when something happens that two people know about, you know, I guess I just thought, like, I want to tell JB about this. And I didn't know how to tell you another way, so I was like, I'll just tweet it. But I understand what you're saying, though, the perceived notion. Because even in the DM, I'm like, that's JB, not me. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I'm just trying to say to her, hey, you're going to have to come up with a real tweet.
I got to be honest with you. Reading through the chat right now, it seems like quite a number's been done on me since I've been gone. I've never seen some of these people, like Notorious Thanos and Louis Money, people I never had an issue with, all of a sudden hate me. I would love to know what I have done to become hated over here.
Well, I mean,
I think people are mad that barraging of saying that I'm a liar. Is that what it is? Because you know what? I'll tell you straight up, that's pissing me the fuck off. But you know what? It's not my business. You know what? I'm going to get off here because I'm not going to be here and be blamed for trying to get fucking clout like the fucking retards that are saying that in the chat right now. So all of them can go fuck themselves.
Well, I think people are just mad.
As far as you go,
I think people are just mad that people are just mad that you're gone. Like I don't think that people are.
Well, you know what? Fuck them. They have you syndrome where if I'm gone and they're mad, instead of like being cool and trying to work things out, they just sit there and fucking stew and call me names and liars and say I'm a coward. So that's not a good.
Yeah,
method.
But most people like you. Most people
doing
miss
a
you.
pretty bang up job as far as getting the audience to think like you are.
Well, I'm not trying to get anybody to think like anything. I just have my Twitter account banned.
Sure. Right.
Like, what? I don't understand what this has to do with you. Other than I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you, hey, look, remember when I said this chick was going to take me out in the future, probably blame me for this whole thing? And I literally said that on Monetize This. You can go back and listen to it. So here it is happening. And so I tweeted it to you, and I said, hey, look, JB, remember when I told JB this would happen? Here it is. But then you call screaming that I set you up or something. I'm the one who lost my Twitter account. You're not going to lose yours. JD never loses his Twitter account. JD says, kill these people, fuck that, do this to people. And then he makes fun of me when I lose my Twitter account. JD from New York never loses his Twitter. And yet whenever a troll attacks him, he blames me for it. So it's my fault again. It's my fucking fault again, everybody. I lost my Twitter account, and I'm fighting with this person. And again, it's my fault somehow. How the fuck is it always my fucking fault? Sorry, I tweeted JB. Let me go block him now so that can never happen again. I'll go block him. Let me go on Twitter and block him. Why does Joe block people? This is why. Well, I made the mistake of tagging JB in something that I thought he would think is interesting. Yeah, she told me it was. She showed me proof it was her. So, and by the way, if you ever reported a tweet of mine, ever, and I get banned, they actually send a mass email to everybody. So if you've ever reported my Twitter and I then get banned at some point, they actually send out a mass tweet telling everybody that I've been banned. So everybody who did it then thinks that they did it. That's how Twitter works. Maybe you don't know that. So, and then JB's like, post the entire conversation. What does that mean? What do you think? I'm throwing you under the bus in the DMs? This has nothing to do with you, really. Why would I throw you under the bus in the DMs? All I want is to work with you. Why would I want to shit on you? Unbelievable. I guess Dusty Musket must be JB. I don't know. So I'll just go ahead and block JB now. So you don't have to worry about it. I won't tweet you anymore. Just like I blocked you on Facebook. Even fucking Pickles herself, I admitted to it. I'm telling the truth. I'm owning up to what I did. You may have reported as well, but I was part of it. We both dropped the ball, so please stop. That's her. She actually admits to it here. I admitted to it. She reported me. She's the one who basically was one of the people that did it. A lot of people did it, probably, who don't like me. If you can sleep at night, fucking with my life and my family and what I do, all because of a joke, well, whatever. What am I going to do about it? But she admitted to it at least. And I get it. She was mad. I called her a C word, and I didn't know who she was. So to me, it's not that big a deal. And, if you want to, go to the, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, boy. How the hell does this stuff happen? I don't understand. I don't know what I did. I'm confused. This is not the first time JB's been snippy with me about something either. He's been snippy with me about a ton of things. And I'm like, why are you mad at me for this? And he's snippy with me. He thinks I'm out to get him. He thinks I'm out to do this or that. Like, even in Facebook messages a month ago, it was like he was, you're out to do this to me. And I'm like, what? I don't know, bro. Anyway, Jake had to go because he's throwing up again. Let's play the donations, and I'm going to get the fuck out of here and fucking hang myself. In a
shit bum.
Fucking.
Fuck you. You cocksucker.
Thanks, JB. Oh, boy. It's all a lie, JB. Should probably take away his mod, right? It's probably banning half you. No, I'm just kidding, JB. I know you're not doing it. Anyway, JB, this is why you need to leave, bro.
Joe, it's her fault you surrounded by queers.
AJ Adams, thank you, man. I do like the queers, no doubt about it. But yeah, I mean, JB, this is why you got to go, bro. You think I'm out to get you? Like, what the fuck?
Super chat.
It's bizarre.
Super chat.
JB plays cocks and robbers.
I don't know. This is just dumb. I don't know how this turns into being about JB. I don't get it. This literally has I don't get it. I'm the one who lost my fucking Twitter account.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
With their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head they are crying. In your head. In your head zombie. 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 AA. What's in your head? In your head. Zombie. Zombie.
Oh man, listen, JB, I'm sorry, bro. Dolores, thank you. Dolores' ghost is donating. JB, I'm sorry, man, that you feel that way, that you think that that's what it was about, dude. was just trying to tag you in it, and I was trying to get to the bottom of what I said about her, because she kept showing me your tweets, and I'm like, that's not me, that's JB. That's all, dude. That's all it was. And she was trying to say that I brought Scott on the show to forgive him or something, and I'm like, I didn't even bring him on the show. That was JB and Scott. They brought him on the show. So I see what you mean, but why in the world would I start to just take time out of my day to start throwing you under the bus when I'm in a fight with somebody about her literally flagging my fucking Twitter? You know, like, this whole thing is just a nightmare. I hate this fucking year. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's always my fucking fault, though. Like, just go fucking on and do your own thing. Because everything I do, you're going to think I'm out to get you, or you're going to think I'm taking some kind of shot at you. The only thing I'll say about JB is that he fucking is paranoid about me, and he doesn't like me, and he just couldn't admit that. All right? I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Me and him should be doing fucking podcasts. Or he should have said, Joe, I just don't really vibe with you anymore. I don't like you. I want to get away from this shit. I'm out of here, man. Listen, loved everything we did. I'm done with you, though. Maybe I'll come back someday. That's all you need to say. Not like I got personal time with my family and all these things. No, because then you're streaming 8 hours before coronavirus happened, and it's not private and taking time. It's you wanted time to yourself, and you wanted to get away from the show. That's all. That's fine. But don't say it's something you had to do because of whatever the fuck. It's just... And then the way you act, bro. Go fuck D-Moon in the ass. Why don't you? You know what, JB? Go fuck D-Moon in his asshole, you fucking pookie fuck. I love you, man, though. I'm sorry, JB, dude. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I will never... I promise you, though, I will never tweet you again. I'll never bring you up again beyond this point. I'll never tweet you. I'll never comment. I'll never fucking message you. I certainly deleted everybody from Facebook, so I won't bother you with it. Ever again. I tried to tweet you to show you, like, look, it happened. That fucking bitch remember? I told you she was going to get me. I told you it was going to happen to me. Look. And if you watch Monetize this 248, you'll see where I said that to you. Like, this is going to come back and get me, man. I wish we didn't put this girl on the show. She's going to fucking destroy me. She's going to go after me. So, anyway. How am I bipolar, TB Jammer? I got my fucking Twitter account suspended, you fucking idiot! I'm the one who got fucked up, and now I gotta worry about it being about somebody else somewhere. How do you not see this? By the way, you bash me in every stream. Why are you here? Now you're blocked. You bash me in every stream everywhere, but here you are. Here you are again. I love how I get blocked on Twitter. I get fucking... Fuck you, Capital Murder. I'm not talking to you. I get fucking my account suspended on Twitter. And now I gotta deal with extra drama. Another piece of drama from somewhere. It's unfucking believable. Ugh. Everybody's seen you, TB Jammer, talking shit about everybody in their chat, you loser idiot. You're an idiot. You really are. Hey, what's up, Adam Bazzini? It's the guy who messages people's employment to get them fired from their jobs. Hi, Adam Bazzini. Hey, look, it's Adam Bazzini, the guy who messages my job and Ken's job and tries to get people fired from their jobs and creates websites about slanderous stuff about them. Hey, Adam, keep it up, bro, because you're on the radar from everybody. Trust me, I've talked to everybody. Everybody's talked about you. So it is funny watching an unemployment man-child, isn't it? Except for you watch everything we do, don't you? Adam Bazzini. Keep it up, brother. The website you made on Ken is filed away. And the emails you sent to my work are filed away. Keep it up, bro. We got a lot of stuff that Scotty McKinnon sent as well, and everybody else sent as well. So keep it up. Keep attacking people's families who just want to fucking entertain people. Really cool. Good job. We got your fucking all your accounts and all your fucking IP addresses. Keep it up. Keep it up, bro. It was funny when you emailed Top Rope Promotions to tell them a bunch of lies about me, because they were lies. And that was a knowing lie to get me fired from a job. And I have the email, and the owner of Top Rope Promotions said he would testify about the email. So keep it up. Keep it up. And all the Twitter accounts, Adam, we know about those too. Keep it up. You're here because you love this shit. That's why you're here. You wouldn't be in a chat like this. You're obsessed with me. You're a stalker or obsessed with me. You follow everything I do constantly, and you only come out when this stuff happens. But you're in the chat all the time. Yet I'm a loser who's unemployed and a loser, but you're in every single chat. I'm employed tonight because Junebug dropped $200. And no, I'm not going to talk wrestling. Fuck you. I'm going to play the donations, and then I'm going to get off the air. You're welcome. I'm sick of I get targeted, something bad happens to me, and then other people want to play crybaby. I don't think so. How about you leave me alone? How about that? Are we caught up on donations? All right. I've had about enough of this entertainment. And Adam Bazzini is a guy who constantly makes threats about me to Scott. But, you know, oh, no one ever says stuff like that in my chat about you or other things like that. Well, got a lot of screenshots of the things he said. I've got all of it saved. And I got a nice lawyer, and he's in New York. He's actually in your state. Hey, Muhammad, I hope you unsub, you fucking towel fuck. No wrestling talk, or I'm subbing. Just for you, I'm going to not talk wrestling the rest of the show. Here, I'll do it for you. You're blocked from the chat. There you go. Goodbye. Haha. Now unsub, you dumb idiot. You fucking retard. Haha. Yeah, thanks, JB. It was real cool when you left the show and then were a dildo, and then you blew D Moon, and then you called to cry when I got my Twitter taken down. I got my Twitter taken down, and you called to cry about it. Thanks. Awesome. I so care about, like, you crying about what might have happened or something. I don't give a fuck about anybody anymore. And you can go fuck yourselves. And I'll play the fucking game if you want to play the fucking game. Because I'm sick of fucking getting attacked and then losing my shit. And then having to fucking then fight a secondary battle somewhere. Fuck that. Leave me alone. So many fake fucks. Anyway, Jake DeMarco got angry, and Jake said he had to go. He actually said he thinks this made him sick to his stomach, and he was angry and he didn't want to get upset. I don't know what Jake was gonna do. I don't know if yell at JB. I don't know. But no, I'm just kidding. Fuck it. You guys have a good night. I have nothing else to say because I'm too distracted by all this dumb shit that's gone on. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, Jake is throwing up, and I'm throwing up in my brain right now, so. God, I always have to fight a second or third battle when I'm in a way bigger battle with something else. I will see you guys tonight or tomorrow night for Monetize This. And I hope everybody burns in hell. I'll see you on Patreon, too. There's an hour podcast up on there called Note to Self, which actually is really funny. I was actually trying to make light of the JB stuff, and I thought actually if he heard it, he would laugh about it because it's funny. I was supposed to be funny, but he probably wouldn't see it that way. But it was supposed to be funny. But whatever, man. I'm not mad at JB, and I'm just mad that he's mad is what I'm mad about. When this didn't have to do anything negative towards him. I don't know how it got turned into that. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Monetize This. I'll probably be gaming in the day. I might go on Diablo tonight. I don't know, though, but I'm too fucking crazy right now to do anything. And my anxiety's kicking in so much that I can't breathe, and if I can't breathe, I can't talk. So I can't tell you guys things because I can't fucking talk enough. And Jake was here to to handle that with me tonight, and Jake is no longer here because he's throwing up, so I can't do it. So I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bye. Peace out. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Yeah.
It is not JB's fault that Jake is throwing up. I don't know who'd fucking believe that, but no, Jake is sick, and he would have left the show anyway. He's throwing up, man. That was clearly a joke. Like, you know, like, see what I mean? You think Jake left? Jake was so disgusted by this he threw up and left. No, come on, man. That's not JB's fault at all. It's fucking Jake is just sick, bro. He needs surgery. That's the deal. He probably needs surgery. That's what it is. All right, see you tomorrow night for Monetize This. Make sure you're there. Sure, that will be interesting tomorrow night.